Ladies and gentlemen, I am JP the Outlaw here to give you my review for Monday Night Raw. February 2019? February 2000. February, what was that? What was yesterday? Oh, Lord. The 18th. Jesus Christ. February the 18th, 2019. There we go. Jesus Christ. Woo! I want to go right into this just from a fan perspective, looking at the WWE and the current roster that they have, knowing what they're doing. Because everything is all fucked about because of AEW. They're panicking, essentially. Now, let's rewind time. They just called up a couple of NXT superstars, right? So yesterday around about 6 o'clock, everybody gets a message that Ricochet, Aleister Black, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano will be on Monday Night Raw. Via your subscription, via your network, or whatever have you, everybody got this notification. So now it's, what the fuck? It makes your mind wonder, where are they going with this? Because it is the season. The closer we get to WrestleMania, you need to start setting shit up. Okay. Now, the curious thing here. Everybody is real fucking curious here. Okay? We get announcements. This is all fucked up. This shit is all fucked up. You could have had an NXT invasion. You could have had an NXT champion versus champion match. Johnny Gargano versus Finn Balor. Okay? Really switch it up from the norm. WWE, as always, drops the ball, avoids to see the big picture, and this is what I hate about big business or any corporations, because gotta get something on TV. This show here apparently was rushed, because you can see it. The pacing was off. The crowd was dead, and it's all about location. That's the one thing that really fucked this whole thing up for them. Because had they made this announcement a Monday Night Raw after SummerSlam or WrestleMania, hell, I even give you the Royal Rumble, any of the top 5, this would have made sense. You've already given up on, again, the recent call-ups you just had. Where the fuck is EC3? You have the goddamn Heavy Machinery doing their best impression of the damn Wagon Brothers from back in the day. Lacey Evans just comes out to do a catwalk and take her ass right backstage. What the fuck is going on? But we have a developmental system in place to where we're breeding and cultivating new talents. None of this is happening. They should come to the main roster with a plan already in place. Like I said before, there's other booking strategies and solutions that could have came out of this. You had 2 hours to put that shit together. Give me my top 3 guys, writing-wise. Vince McMahon, this is, because you don't have to do this shit. Give me my top 3 guys. Write me out a storyline from hour to hour to hour for these 4 guys. Fuck. Here we have Aleister Black debuting. This is the fucked up part. We're going to get into the review. I'm going to break this shit down. Painting numbers. Painting by the fucking numbers. This is how we're going to break this shit down. Triple H opens the show. Let's get into the review. We're going to break it all the way down for you. Triple H opens the show with an announcement. A couple of announcements. First of all, they're in Bumblefuck, Kentucky somewhere, where nobody cares. They're sitting on their goddamn hands. If you pay money to go see something, please participate. Don't sit there as a fucking asshole, being an asshole fucking fan, and just waste your time. If you didn't want to go, don't go. That way somebody that wanted to go can get your ticket easily. So, we start off the show with an announcement. Well, two announcements. He goes over the pay-per-view. He congratulates the winner of the first female tag team championship of the new era, because there was WWE Women's Tag Team Championships back in the day, mid-'80s, if I'm correct. WCW guy. Anyway, so he goes on to congratulate Finn Balor for winning his Intercontinental title from Bobby Lashley, Black History Month. Okay, had to speed this shit up because, again, we got 3 builds to freaking Fastlane and only 6 weeks to build towards WrestleMania. So we got to speed this up here. Okay? Alright. Anyway. He goes on further to say that all of the members of DX will be in the Hall of Fame this year. Be Chyna, Road Dogg, the badass Billy Gunn, Triple H, X-Pac, Sean Pillman, that's what I was about to say, X-Pac, and Chyna. Now, Ravishing Rick Rude wasn't there. He was an enforcer at one point. He should have been invited in all this. I think he was also already in it. I don't know if he was inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame. I would do some research on that before I tee off on it. So, as you induct these, the crowd is dead. Again, no pop. So you introduce your 4 NXT top-level talents. And what I mean, your NXT champion, fucking Ricochet was a challenger for any title. Aleister Black was a former NXT champion. And Johnny Gargano, which is one of the most interesting, detailed storylines within the current WWE writing staff. Like, whatever they're doing writing-wise, this is the most interesting on NXT. Now, mind you, if you don't have the network or the prescription, or if you're not catching the highlights or whatever have you, you might miss NXT. I'm telling you, go watch it. Go watch it. You might have been a fan as a kid. You might still be a hardcore fan. If you're not watching NXT, you're fucking catatonic. Anyway, so he announces these 4 guys. Also, after announcing these 4 guys, he touches on Becky Lynch being involved in last night's pay-per-view, beating both women with a crutch, and also gives her an endorsement. But he lets her know that if you attack these people again, you will be arrested on the spot. Now, mind you, that whole fucked up was highlighted in my Elimination Chamber pay-per-view review. So, go back and check that out. Hear that conversation. So, as Triple H announces all this stuff, dead crowd for a reaction. He goes into the first match. Baron fucking Corbin versus Braun Strowman. And again, a tables match. Gimmick match again for Braun. And this has to be his 100th gimmick match this year. Again, you don't see, if you don't see what the WWE, they're masking. Yes, they still want to push Braun Strowman. Yes, they would love to push Baron Corbin. But they're masking these guys. When you have fresh NXT talent, it should have caveated right into an Aleister Black match. You know you put Aleister Black against? You ready for this one? A Dean Ambrose. Because he got to give the nod any fucking way. If not him, a Drew McIntyre. Come on. Make these guys important, because this is the top of your card as it appears. Because Brock isn't there. Roman's gone. You're not having Seth Rollins wrestle in the middle of the goddamn ring because he's injured and you're trying to keep him fresh for WrestleMania. So, back to the review. This shit is crazy. So, you have Baron Corbin losing here in a quick match. Braun, of course, table spot. He has the Casizio tape wrapped around his shoulder and then back for being triple powerbomb Three guys throwing a guy through a table. That's all that shit is. So being triple powerbomb through a table, two tables stacked on top of each other. He's injured, so clearly in this match, didn't look like he was injured at all. He's throwing Baron Corbin around. He's hitting Baron Corbin with the steps. Boom. Again, I've told you where I'm at with Braun Strowman picks up the win. Moving on. We get a Paul Heyman introduction to introduce a Paul Heyman video package about Brock Lesnar. He was swiftly cut off by Finn Balor. Finn Balor comes into the ring to talk about winning the Intercontinental Championship. He mentions Razor Ramon. He mentions Shawn Michaels. He mentions Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. So he goes on to be interrupted by Lio Rush. Lio Rush says that he doesn't deserve the championship. Then was attacked from behind by Bobby Lashley. Out comes Ricochet to save Finn Balor. But Ricochet could have been used in any fashion of ways. If you want to showcase Ricochet, you give him 30 minutes. Give him 30 minutes in the ring with somebody that can work. Don't put him in there with a goddamn... Again, Lio Rush is a great worker. Give Ricochet and Lio Rush 30 minutes on Monday Night Raw, and you will not fucking be disappointed. Anyway, so they go into a tag team match here. Of course, you have the king of flip-de-doo shit. You have Finn Balor, the man that can do amazing flip-de-doo shit. You have the big monster, Bobby Lashley, and you have, of course, fucking Lio Rush, who also can do flippy shit. Are you not entertained? So again, a great athletic match. I love the interaction between Lio Rush and Ricochet. Yes, the interaction between Lio Rush and Ricochet and their back and forth inside the ring was fantastic. More of this on the WWE. Of course, they tagged out quickly to slow that shit down. Finn Balor comes in, and it's pretty much a pick your spot fest here. After that, of course, Ricochet gets tagged back into the ring. He hits the 450, I believe, or the 630. I don't know, because Ricochet does like 80 flips in the air. So, it's one of the two. That moves us on into a Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins match. Again, another match that I'm like, all right, cool. They're going up against the Lucha House Party. Quick loss for Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. I think the payoff here is going to be when these guys finally pick up the win. I would have them somehow capture the WWE Tag Team Championships of SmackDown. Get these two guys on SmackDown. Start building these guys up as credible challengers. Bring them back over to Raw. Moving on. We get a on the ramp segment interview with my favorite guys, Heavy Machinery. Otis is a fucking crown jewel, and it's only a matter of time before he really starts breaking away from Tucker. So if that doesn't work out, whatever. You know, I love the tag team together any fucking way. So push these guys. Stop giving them bushwhacker moments because they don't deserve that. Really give these guys a decent outing in the ring against credible tag teams, and you have a lot out there now. Just putting it out there. Give these guys a credible challenge here. Now, you get an in-ring, a backstage segment with DIY, the Revival, and Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. Chad Gable goes on to tell the fucking DIY, the current NXT champion and North American champion, that they've been beaten before, okay, by him in the tag team match. When him and I believe Jason Jordan was American Alpha. And these guys have faced off before. So, okay, cool, continuity. I like that. Where you lose me is, again, out of all the things you're doing with Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano on NXT TV, all the things you're doing with them on there, you come to Monday Night Raw and throw them in a tag team match? What the fuck? Come on. Come on. And there's better ways to use. First of all, let their story conclude before you move them up to Monday Night Raw and put them in a fucking tag team. They're not even done on NXT. And that's what's fucking this up. Yeah, now for the casuals, who do you... I don't know none of these guys. All these guys look like vanilla midgets. So far, Ricochet, Tommaso Ciampa, and fucking Johnny Gargano. Vanilla midgets. But WWE, you fucked up. Lars Sullivan's missing. Again, fucking EC3, where the fuck is he? Where the fuck is he? Did he land on SmackDown? Is he over here on Monday Night Raw? Where is he? Oh, I remember. You gave him shit poor writing and a shit poor storyline. He didn't even say a fucking word. The freak Lars Sullivan, the guy had a damn nervous breakdown. You haven't seen him since. Come on. WWE, you fucked up. Now, a little interesting, I want to throw this in here, and you guys comment down below if you think that the WWE took the titles off of the Undisputed Era and NXT to move all four of these guys up. But essentially, okay, it's better to leave them down there in NXT. If you think that that's a possibility, let me know. Because I feel as though they did that to move these guys up. You need a guy, a good talker like Adam Cole, a great worker like... All four guys is great workers. So, moving on. So after this segment with the DIY, they go into a match with DIY and fucking the Revival. Now, a little botchy here, but great match all together. I would have made this the main event, because why not? If you're going to showcase NXT and the best that they had to offer in the past, let's say 2 to 3 years, this was one of their 5-star matches. The 5-star machine, Johnny Gargano, was in there with you, with fucking Amos. Get Amos on fucking Raw. Start showcasing that young talent that you have. Move these older guys to SmackDown to keep SmackDown interesting. Because that's where you got all your mega names at any fucking way. No way I wouldn't have moved the AJ Styles over after losing Roman Reigns. Gotta keep them ticket sales up. You could have got Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles too. Just throwing it out there. We get an in-ring segment with Charlotte. Sasha Banks and Bayley. Bayley goes on to... They cut a fantastic promo, very emotional, for the Women's Tag Team Championships of the new era. And, they was interrupted by Nia Jax and Tamina, challenging these two women to be their first title defense. So, we'll see where that goes, okay? Just to remind you, their names are the Samoan Slaughterhouse. They're cutting steaks. They're eating weights. Or vice versa. Anyway. Backstage segment with Drew McIntyre and Triple H. Drew McIntyre goes into pretty much a shoot on Ace, saying that he wants Seth Rollins and he wants a shot at the number one contender for the Universal Championship. So, moving past that, Dean Ambrose comes in and slaps the shit out of Drew McIntyre and walks off, pretty much prompting their match. Now, McIntyre makes quick work of Dean Ambrose here. Back-to-back Claymore kicks to pick up the win. It goes to show that the WWE could give a fuck less about Dean Ambrose. After his announcement of leaving, it's just only the paint's on the wall. And again, this goes to say, you move this card around just a touch, it could have been something special. If you would have saved this for a Raw after Mania or Raw after any of the top 5 pay-per-views, this could have came off decent because you already got that hot crowd from the NXT TakeOver shows. Because that's a whole weekend. It's a top 5 pay-per-view. It's one of your top 5 pay-per-views. Which, again, let's go over it. WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, Money in the Bank, currently, and, top 4. I think, it's 5. Survivor Series, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble. It's another one in there. I will say Battleground, but we all know that's bullshit. Anyway, but your top 4 pay-per-views or your top 5 pay-per-views, however you want to do this shit, but it could have been done better. Yeah, moving on. Elias versus Aleister Black. Pretty much a match painted by numbers here. I think, like I said, Elias has one of the worst in-ring records as far as wins and losses go. I think Elias is okay in the ring. He can hold his own. Of course, you was going to have your rest holds. But the biggest issue that I draw here is Aleister Black, because he could have been billed as a top guy. This should have been one and done. He comes into the ring, black mask, he walks out of the ring. That's it. You don't need no more with Aleister Black. Keep him interesting. It keeps your fan base at a disillusion. And that's what you want. You want to suspend. Damn, is this guy... What the fuck is up with this guy? He got the spikes on, this, that, and the third. All the fucking tattoos. He comes in, kicks the shit out of a guy, looks at the crowd, and keeps it moving. What the fuck is the problem here? Of course, your main event, Ruby Riot versus Ronda Rousey. Of course, I thought no rematch clauses was antiquated here. And, of course, you fuck Ruby Riot back-to-back days. Now, this looked it better than what she looked in the pay-per-view match. But, again, alongside your team, Liv Morgan and fucking Sarah Logan, alongside your team, the Riot Squad, you should look 10 times better. But all of them look like chumps compared to, again, Ronda Rousey. Because all of Ronda Rousey's competition is on SmackDown. Now, again, in the brand split. If you're going to keep the continuity there. Keep the fucking continuity. Essentially, both women, Becky and fucking Charlotte, should be on fucking Raw. That gives you an opportunity to build new stars with, again, Asuka, your current women's champion, who's wrestling on live event shows, but not main event television. What's up? Match was pretty decent. Of course, Ronda Rousey looks fucking unbelievable here. Beating the shit out of the Riot Squad, picking up the win. And again, that was my rant. As always, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Wrestling Amino, we have a Twitch channel now, JP Outlaw 45. 25. So check us out there. Yeah. Also check out the Mix channel. Be playing live gameplay later today. And pretty much moving forward, man. I like what's going on with the channel. We'll be back with a review of SmackDown Live. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace in the grease. The Outlaw is out.